Have you ever wondered what it's like to live and work in space, floating in zero gravity and witnessing the beauty of the universe from above? Prepare to be mesmerized as we take you on an unforgettable journey to the final frontier, where astronauts eat, sleep, work, and even exercise in a completely alien environment. From spacewalks to experiments, join us in discovering the incredible world of space exploration and get ready to blast off into a whole new dimension of understanding. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Watch the video now. Here's how astronauts live. Living in space. Living in space is not the same as living on Earth. Many things are different. Our bodies change in space. The way we stay clean and neat is different too. Learn how astronauts stay strong, clean, and neat. Staying strong. Living in space is not the same as living on Earth. In space, astronauts' bodies change. On Earth, our lower body and legs carry our weight. This helps keep our bones and muscles strong. In space, astronauts float. They do not use their legs much. Their lower backs begin to lose strength. Their leg muscles do too. The bones begin to get weak and thin. This is very bad for astronauts' bodies. So, how do astronauts help their muscles and bones? They must exercise in space every day. The heart and blood change in space too. When we stand up on Earth, blood goes to our legs. The heart has to work extra hard against gravity to move the blood all around the body. In space, without the pull of gravity, the blood moves to the upper body and head. Water in the body also does the same thing. It makes the astronauts' faces look puffy. Blood and water are fluids in the body. These fluids move from the bottom of the body to the top. Staying clean. On Earth, people need to stay clean. In space, astronauts need to stay clean too. Staying clean takes more work in space. In space, the astronauts do not have a bathroom as we have at home. But they do have their toothbrushes, toothpaste, combs, brushes, and shavers. These are kept in a personal hygiene kit. Astronauts use toothpaste and toothbrushes just like yours. There is no sink like yours on the space shuttle though. Astronauts have to spit into a washcloth. People take baths in a different way in space too. Astronauts use special kinds of soap and shampoo. These soaps do not need water to rinse. Astronauts must use them carefully. Staying neat. Doing chores is not always a fun thing, but we have to keep our rooms and houses clean and neat. In space, astronauts live in a very small space. They have to keep their area clean in space just like we do on Earth. In space, the astronauts wipe the walls, floors, and windows to keep them clean. They use a soap that kills germs. The astronauts also use wet wipes to wash things. They use the same kind of wipes and cleanser on their forks, spoons, and eating trays. Astronauts have to take out the garbage too. There are 4 trash bins on the space shuttle. 3 are for dry trash and 1 is for wet trash. Wet trash is anything that could smell bad. Each trash container has a trash liner placed inside. It is like a plastic garbage bag. If the liner becomes full, it is closed. Then it is moved far away from the astronauts. The wet trash is closed up tight. It is then connected to a hose. The hose helps move bad smells away from the astronauts. Astronauts must use a vacuum cleaner in space. The vacuum has a normal hose. It also has extra parts. These parts can clean areas that may be hard to reach. They also use it to keep dust out of the air filters. And sometimes things get loose. When things get loose, they float. Astronauts use the vacuum to catch floating objects that are out of their reach. Working in space. Astronauts perform many tasks as they orbit Earth. The space station is designed to be a permanent orbiting research facility. Its major purpose is to perform world-class science and research that only a microgravity environment can provide. The station crew spends their day working on science experiments that require their input, as well as monitoring those that are controlled from the ground. They also take part in medical experiments to determine how well their bodies are adjusting to living in microgravity for long periods. Working on the space station also means ensuring the maintenance and health of the orbiting platform. Crew members are constantly checking support systems and cleaning filters, updating computer equipment, and doing many of the things homeowners must do to ensure their largest investment stays in good shape. Similarly, the Mission Control Center constantly monitors the space station and sends messages each day through voice or email with new instructions or plans to assist the crew members in their daily routines. How can astronauts eat in space? You would be a bit surprised to learn that astronauts, just like others on Earth, have 3 meals every single day along with some snacks as well. The meals are properly organized based on the astronaut that is going to consume them. There are some special locker trays where the meals are stored so that they don't float away. During mealtimes, astronauts move to the area of the gallery in the shuttle, and then they get their locker trays. They add some water to their food and then obtain some dehydrated drinks from a nearby rehydration station that offers both cold and hot water. Astronauts have to heat their food in a forced air convection oven. The temperature should also be between 160 and 170 degrees Fahrenheit. The time taken for the food to get heated is about 20 to 30 minutes, and then they can consume it. The drinks and foods of astronauts are packaged properly using the same materials that are used for packing MREs. Mostly retort pouches, Ziploc bags, and some cans are used since these tend to be lightweight and easy to carry. Also, there will be no kind of spillage in such airtight conditions. How can astronauts sleep in space? If you have seen a picture of a space station inside, you must know that things tend to float in space. From pencils to humans, everyone floats due to zero gravity. So you can definitely imagine what the sleeping arrangements would be in a space station, right? Well, sleeping in space is not that difficult as astronauts have bedtimes and they can sleep for a certain period before getting up and starting their work the next day. In conclusion, learning about how astronauts live and work in space is truly fascinating and awe-inspiring. From the challenges of zero gravity to the sophisticated technology used in space, it is clear that space exploration holds immense potential for the future of humanity. If you're simply curious about the topic, be sure to stay updated on the latest developments and discoveries in space research. Who knows what new discoveries await us in the vast expanse of the cosmos? Keep exploring and dreaming big. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you won't miss out on our videos.